Hi everyone, welcome to part 1 of Intro to Trig Ratios. Here's today's focus learning target. Given a right triangle, I will be able to identify the hypotenuse, opposite side, and adjacent side depending on where I am standing. So today we are going to identify the different sides of right triangles. There are 3 different sides in a right triangle. The first one is the hypotenuse. Remember previous lessons where we talked about the hypotenuse and how it is always the opposite side of the right angle. We will also have an opposite side, and this depends on which angle we are standing at. And there's also an adjacent side, which also depends on where we're standing. Adjacent means next to. So the adjacent side is the side right next to us. Here, I have 2 right triangles. In the left triangle, I am standing at the bottom right angle, whereas in the second triangle, I am standing at the top angle. Let's label the different sides of these right triangles. And again, some of these sides will depend on where you're standing. Let's look at this triangle first. I'm standing at the bottom right corner. I know that this side is the hypotenuse because it's on the opposite side of the right angle. What would this side be called based on where I'm standing? This would be my opposite side because it's opposite from where I'm standing. Again, this is the opposite side because it's across from where I am standing. And lastly, what do we call this side right next to us? This is our adjacent side. So the side right next to us is called the adjacent side. Now let's look at this triangle on the right. Here, we're standing at the top angle. The hypotenuse is still the same. The hypotenuse is always across the right angle. However, notice that this side is now my opposite side because I'm standing at a different angle from earlier. And this side now becomes my adjacent side because I am standing right next to this side. So the hypotenuse is always across the right angle. But the opposite and adjacent sides depend on where you're standing. So it depends on which angle you're standing at. Let's look at a few examples. For our first example, we will identify the hypotenuse, opposite side, and adjacent side of triangle ABC if we are at angle A. So we're standing at angle A. I like to usually draw a person here. And we're going to identify the hypotenuse, opposite side, and adjacent side based on where we're standing at angle A. First, let's find the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always across from our right angle. So this side right here, side AB, is our hypotenuse. I'm going to abbreviate this and just write HYP. Next, let's find our opposite side. The opposite side is across from where we're standing. That means this side right here, side BC, is our opposite side when we're standing at angle A. And the adjacent side is the side right next to us. So this side is our adjacent side. So let's write it out. Side AB is our hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always across our right angle. Side BC is the opposite side. And lastly, side CA is our adjacent side. It's right next to where we're standing. But what if we look at the same triangle, but now stand at angle B instead? What do you think would change here? So in this case, I would draw my person at angle B. Let's first identify the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is actually still the same. It's the side across from our right angle. So side AB is still our hypotenuse. So this is our hypotenuse right here. But what about our opposite side? This side right here, side AC or side CA, is now our opposite side. And lastly, our adjacent side is this side right here, the side right next to us. So notice how while the hypotenuse stays the same, so while side AB is the hypotenuse, the opposite side and adjacent side are different compared to earlier. Now, side BC is our adjacent side, and side CA is our opposite side. So it depends on which angle we're standing at. Let's take a look at this example. Here, we're looking at triangle JKL, and we're going to be standing at angle J. So for this example, we're standing here at angle J. And let's first find our hypotenuse, which is across from the right angle. So this side is our hypotenuse. So we found the hypotenuse. Next, let's find the opposite side. So the opposite side is across from where we're standing. So this side right here is our opposite side. And lastly, the adjacent side is the side right next to us. So this side right here is our adjacent side. So in this example, side JK is our adjacent side. And side KL is our opposite side. Lastly, side LJ is our hypotenuse. Let's look at two more examples. Here we have triangle XYZ, and we will be standing at angle Y. Make sure you're writing these examples down in your notebook. So here we stand at angle Y, and let's first identify the hypotenuse. You find the right angle and find the side across from that right angle. This side is our hypotenuse. Next, let's find our opposite side. We're standing at angle Y, and the side opposite or across from this angle is side ZX. And lastly, the adjacent side is the remaining side, which is right next to us. So side XY is our adjacent side, side YZ is our hypotenuse, and side ZX is our opposite side. Try this last example on your own and press play when you're ready to compare answers. So for this example, we're standing at angle S. So we're standing here, and then let's first find the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always across from the right angle, so it would be this side right here. And then let's find the opposite side. So the side across from angle S is side RT, or side TR. So this is my opposite side, and this side was my hypotenuse. Lastly, let's find the adjacent side, which is the side right next to us. So this is our adjacent side. Side RS is our hypotenuse. Side ST is our adjacent side. And side TR is our opposite side. So here's a quick review for today's lesson. The hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. And then the opposite and adjacent sides depend on which angle you're standing at. The opposite side is across from you, and the adjacent side is next to you. Great job today, and please remember to submit your notes on Canvas.